meet you. I really wanted to, have you come on the show and tell your story and stuff like that.
Hey, it's nice to be here, man. I thank you for like reaching out to me and giving me the opportunity.
Yeah, so what made you become a martial artist? Like what was the influence behind that?
My dad. My dad is the founder and creator of our style, Red Dragon Karate. My dad was my hero, and I wanted to be around him, so I went to the studio and started learning martial arts.
That and I hate that you guys get excluded out of everything because y'all pretty much as important as the Shakur side of the family as well. I just hate that they don't put y'all like in the movies and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm just glad people, like it and I enjoy the history and
It went like this, you know what I'm saying? I was upstairs at Quad. We in the back chilling. Next thing you know, we hear, yo, Tupac got shot. We stand and I set him up. Man, that's crazy. I don't know whether he was trying to hide or just scared. I don't know what was going on in his head. And I want to apology. That's probably what really went there. And he shot himself. Yeah, he ain't really get shot in his head. He got pistol whipped. You know what I'm saying? I'm hearing all this and I'm like, damn. I think was just getting a little bit too happy with the situation, trying to make movies. Everything was a movie to him.
This nigga Biggie is 3 times bigger than me, and everybody sympathizing with him. They acting like I'm bullying him. This nigga 3 times bigger than me, and I'm asking this nigga to have a fight. I possess his soul, his and Puppy. They know that I was the truest nigga involved with Biggie's success. I was the biggest help. I was the truest nigga. I don't write his rhymes, but he know how much he borrowed from me. He know how I used to stop my shows and let him touch the show. Let him blow up and do his whole show in the middle of my show. How I used to buy him shit and give him shit and never ask for it back. How I used to share. How I used to share my experiences in the game and my lessons and my rules and my knowledge on the game with him. You know what I mean? He owed me more. He owed me more than to turn his head and act like he didn't know niggas was about to blow my fucking head off. He knew. That's what I'm talking about. And then, if that's cool, if he disappeared, be a fucking mouse. Be a mouse. If you are a mouse, be a mouse. But for me to know, like, 3 weeks ago this happened, and then 3 weeks later your album's coming out, and you are fucking done in your album. But you don't know who shot me in your fucking hometown. This nigga's from your neighborhood, and I gotta find out by myself, and I don't even call myself a Dom, just a capo. From the west side, and I'm on the east side in jail, and I know who touched me, and I know everything that happened. That's power. And he didn't know, so he was faking. And I was mad about that. And then I'm out of jail, and I couldn't believe that everybody was treating Biggie like the biggest fucking star in the world. I couldn't believe that people was buying into the player image. And I wanted to bring back that reality. You know what I mean? It's just like, nobody can never be confused and think I'm fucking Mike Tyson and I'm a heavyweight champion. I'm a little nigga. That's why it's so raw to watch me just battle lions, because I'm a little skinny nigga battling niggas 3 times my size. But Biggie is not a player. He's never been. He's never had bitches until he got some fucking money. That's a trick. That's not a player. It's not a popper. So my point was to prove him wrong. I took everything that he glamorized and I personified it. Right. He glamorized Versace. I didn't call Versace. Versace called me to come to his show and gave me a gang of free clothes and please wear my shit. Please do some shit for me. Can you wear my shit? You are the image of Versace. I swear to God, you are that body. That's Versace. I swear to God, Armani, you are so handsome. You are. Please, let me. You know what I mean? From him, Dolce & Gabbana, man, I ain't rapping at they show. Valentino giving me suits, gangster suits. Everything he glamorized, I personified. Everything he wanna have, I got. Jewelry, look, come on, man. I got more jewels than Slick Rick. Slick Rick loved the nigga to fucking death, but I'm definitely doing it. Yeah. I personify every image that niggas fake. Right. I really bring it to him because I looked up to these niggas. Right. So everything they talking about, I really got into it, studied it, and tried to perfect it. Right. So I know if you pretending, and I know it. The same thing they love about me, they gotta admire, and but they forgot. Biggie forgot that same shit that made him want to kick it with me. It's the same shit that's whooping his ass right now. Right. And that's why when he talks, you can hear it in his interviews. He wanna say, "I wish I could take this shit back," but he can't. He already committed himself to lying. So now the only thing he can do is act like he don't know what the fuck is going on and listen to it. Think. People have to think. If this was happening for real, would this be your reaction?
Right.
Unless you was guilty. And all that shit about my homeboys telling me, don't sweat that. He's dissing me, but all my friends telling me not to. Oh, so you're following now. So you a follower now? Why didn't your homeboys tell you not to make rhymes when you shooting pregnant babies in the stomach? You know what I mean? That's why niggas was like, why'd you say that on the end of your record? You was like, they kids won't grow, boom, boom. Honestly, I didn't write none of that shit down. I didn't write nothing. I just was blowing up on the studio to keep me from really killing these niggas. And that's what came out. But I don't have no mercy in war. They didn't have no mercy. They kids, they tried to shoot my fucking balls off. What about my kids? They was like, why you talking about him being the sickle cell? They tried to make me a paraplegic. What the fuck is going on here? Why is that sacred? You know what I mean? That's not sacred in war. I was in Rikers giving these niggas love, Mobb Deep. The guard knew him. I was like, tell them niggas I love them niggas. You tell my shorty, yo, them niggas is down, man. When they did that, they proved that they was really just little niggas. Just little niggas that want to be heard. I used to be a little nigga. I know where they at. I know they can't touch me. That's why I can destroy them so fast. Soon, nobody will be, they not going to believe this shit. I said it in the beginning that I was going to take these niggas out the game, and sure enough, I will. Already people can't look at Biggie and not laugh. I took every piece of his power.
I heard that shit.
All I want to do is take them to where I was when they didn't want to support me. And there will be no support. And anybody that try to help them, I will destroy. Whether it's whoever it is, I will destroy. And that's what I'm doing. Everybody that try to side with him or do a record with him or try to unify with him, I'm going to destroy. I swear to God. Can't nobody touch me right now. Maybe next month all of this will be over. But this month, I'm taking every moving target out. Because this is a very personal thing for me. And I feel like people should have gave me my respect. Y'all know I was not like this before. I did not attack people. I was not on no East Coast, West Coast. I was the major bridge between the East Coast and the West Coast. Niggas came, call me. I'll get you whatever you want. So this is very serious. It's like if America sent an ambassador to Iran and he get murdered, Iran got problems and Iran should know that. And that's what I feel about New York. They should know that. Separate yourself from this nigga. And that's what's going to show. And they already do it. I got niggas in jail. I got niggas out there. But it's like the media is pumping it like East Coast, West Coast. So some of these niggas that's old and whose careers is through, you know what I mean? Like De La Soul, they can come out and talk that Renaissance shit and try to clean up hip-hop. See, I'm all for positivity. I'm all for change. But I'm not for niggas masquerading. You haven't sold no records, your shit ain't popping, don't come in here and start criticizing as your comeback. That's wrong. Y'all, you know how hard it is. You know how you felt when you didn't have no money and no record deal. Why are you gonna try to destroy another nigga career? Don't do that. Represent by example. And if you truly had a better lifestyle, then you'll get 5 million sales.
Yo, welcome to the 1804 show, chapter 2. I'm your host, Dollar Will, and this is another episode. So I'm going to be talking about Tupac and Biggie and just how their friendship became a war. And a war that took both of these young men's lives. And I tell everybody this. I'm not here to disrespect either man. I'm just here to give my thoughts, give my opinion about the whole situation. I will always say that out of these two, Pac was the number one rapper. He was the number one artist. He was the number one everything. And I tell these so-called hip-hop journalists and experts how Biggie can be the biggest rapper of all time with 2 albums. Because work ethic is everything. Catalog, content, impact means a lot. Not saying that Biggie didn't impact anybody, but he was only here for 2.5 years. If we want to keep it a buck. But I would say that when it came down to the shooting at Quad, Pac was right. Pac was the victim. And I don't blame him for what he said and for what he did. It's just people who have never experienced being shot 5 times and will never understand the trauma that comes behind that. And these two was young. You know, both practically were kids. Pac 25, Biggie 24. But at that time, it just mistakes was made. And I think that they both would have patched things up if they would have had the opportunity. But I don't think Pac was this fake friend that people like to portray him to be on the East Coast when it comes with Biggie. I believe that Pac was a person who had a good heart. When you was with him, he was down for you. He treated you like family. And all his friends, as far as the Outlaws, as far as Tretch, as far as Ray Love, even got Ray Love songwriting credits on the song Trap. So Pac wasn't this fake friend. But I think that they both wanted to be the king of rap. And when it comes to wanting the number one spot, you'll do anything for it. To be honest, Biggie was Pac's protege. Biggie got in his advice from Pac and got in the idea to talk about death, to talk about being a player from Pac. And I just think that when it came down to Pac, he just wanted Biggie to thank him. I appreciate you, bro, for helping me out and allowing me to perform at your shows, your concerts. You put me on. But Pac was only looking at it from a marketing standpoint because Biggie was supposed to be in Thug Life. Biggie was supposed to be in his group, but Pac saw him wanted to be a star. Pac was a fan of Biggie. When it came down to the song Party and Bullshit, he loved that song, and that's what made them close. They only did one record together, Running from the Police, which came out 1995 because the Interscope banned the song from Thug Life Volume 2. But yeah, it's just unfortunate that you have people who don't know their research, don't do the homework on these type of things, and would like to call Pac an actor, like to say he shot himself and all this other shit, but they don't know the full story. But also, Pac never got in a phone call, a letter, a visit in jail by the people he put on. Even his people in his own crew. You just would think, like, damn, like, I was there for y'all, but y'all ain't here for me during my troubles and during my lowest moment of my life. So it just was a slap to the face. They're making fun of him about a shooting and try to play devil's advocate when it comes to that. But no, I don't blame Pac for reacting the way that he did. But it's just a shame that these two ain't here anymore over something that could have been prevented in the first place. But yeah, it's just unfortunate because when you outlive certain people, you really realize, like, damn, I was a kid, I was young, I was a baby back in them days. And it's sad that these two never got the chance to see 30 years old, 35. It's sad, you know? But I would say, as far as Pac or whatever, he still loved Biggie despite whatever happened. He wanted some answers, he wanted closure, and Biggie just wanted to be respected. It's kind of like a big brother and a little brother situation. When the big brother is older, he's dominant, he's alpha, and the little brother is a beta, but trying to become an alpha. So one gotta cancels out, if that makes sense. It can't be two alphas, only can be one. But sometimes you gotta go do your own thing. You gotta find your identity. You gotta find your position in the world and make yourself in. And I think that's what Biggie was trying to do with Junior Mafia, because Pac had Dramacidal and before they became the Outlaws and stuff. So Biggie pretty much took Pac's blueprint and ran with it. Even with the whole double CD thing, Pac was the only one that had a double CD. Pac was the only one that was selling 5 million records out of the two. But Biggie ended up selling 10 million copies off Life After Death. So, like I said, I get it. I understand it. But also, Biggie was wrong, man. Biggie should have been there for his friend. And people just don't understand just the hurt. They just only see the hit 'em up, Against All Odds, and the rest of the diss tracks. But in all retrospect, Pac was just hurt. He was betrayed by everybody that he loved, that he respected, that he wanted to take a bullet for. He was crushed. So yeah, when you hurt, you do things and say things that's unpleasant. You want revenge because you feel like you have suffered injustice. And he just wanted answers. He just wanted an apology. But people just let their egos, their pride get in the way, and things get out of hand. But I like both their music. I respect both of their contributions that they make to hip hop. But that's just my thoughts. That's just my opinion. And I'm out, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. The 1804 Show Chapter 2. I'm out. Have a good day. Peace.
I already said this. I said this in the gang of interviews. If some large corporation or if the world really wanted to see us come together, my offer is put a community center in every ghetto in the United States of America, fully funded, fully taken care of, and I'll tour every one of those community centers with Biggie and kiss him on his cheek and rap whatever they want me to rap. But until they do that, the war is on.
There you go.